Hello everyone, welcome back to Locke's Quest, and we're starting off with a cutscene this time. You worthless pile of scrap, you are less than scrap. I will take you out myself, then Agony will see how superior I am. Sounds like Bass from Mega Man and Bass. Now's our chance, he's completely Okay. You protect the well while I take out that overinflated bucket of gears. Last time I checked, Falcon Punches don't actually take out these guys, Heathern. I know that they take out soldiers that have the walrus head from, from Skyrim, and they take out guys from an anime of Captain Falcons, but not this guy. How can you even hear it from all the way over there? How could she hear you all the way from over there? What the heck? You almost have the best ears ever! New boss, Genius Clockwork and Master of Magic. Avoid his spells at all costs. So Mute is gonna be our boss for this level, and he's not... before I went on to record this video, I actually went back and I replayed the boss fight, and actually Mute isn't that hard of a boss. Honestly, if you just pay attention to what if you just go up to him like every other boss, he's actually taken out pretty easily. I don't think that any one boss in this game is super difficult. He's probably the hardest next to the final two, but that's just due to the fact of where he comes into the game. I kind of still wish Agony's generals had more character. I wish that there was like a boss to the end, like there were only... I know that it would seem like it would make the game shorter, but I still would have loved to have seen like a boss that was like a flying boss and just stuff that would be different, different boss types and different things. I'd love to have seen different bosses come up other than just Agony's generals, whether they be like there's only one boss that's not an Agony general or Agony himself, so I would have loved to have seen bosses like that come up. I would have loved to have seen a instead of it showing us just in just cutscenes, I would have liked to have seen, what is it? I'd love to have played as Keenan and Jacob, like, from the cutscenes. Like, those flashbacks were actually gameplay portions. I'd have loved to have seen that. Considering how Keenan was an Arcaneer, it looks to me, from what I saw, that Jacob was more of a knight from from Kingdom Force. Would have been interesting to play as a knight from Kingdom Force, just to see like their abilities. Who knows? Better make a Locke's Quest sequel. Yo, credit me for that idea. And I want like all the money from everything. Even though this game didn't sell that well, I want all the money. And it's odd. You know what? Locke's Quest didn't sell that well, but it's really odd to me that it didn't, because it got great reviews. From what people would call the professional reviewers, like IGN and GameSpot. I never saw a bad review. Even 1UP gave it good scores. So I'm absolutely shocked that Locke's Quest didn't sell well, considering how well it reviewed. But there weren't. I guess what it really was that didn't make it sell was the media coverage. There was not a lot of coverage about Locke's Quest in the media. A lot of the time you had you really just heard about the Drawn to Life games and the like, and those games were fun and all, yeah, but even Scribblenauts is fun, but Locke's Quest was just kind of that game that just got stuck under the bus, which is sad. And wow, walls are getting destroyed quickly. Because there are always those underrated games like Metal Arms Glitch in the System, which was made by the people who made which is made by, I believe, like Monkey Studios or something like that. And it was a third-person shooter action game that was like, and I say action game because Portal is like a first-person shooter, but that's a puzzle game, so you use a weapon. But anyway, in that game, you played as a robot and you were killing other robots, and it had this awesome way of doing certain things where you could like get rid of a robot's certain parts of their bodies, and that would affect their usefulness in combat. And so like there were like the mills, and you would fight the mills, and they would like die easily to your gunfire, and you had upgradable weapons up to 3 tiers of level of weapons. and it was really cool. I enjoyed the game, but it didn't sell that well, nor was it that widely praised. So as such, it just ended up falling under the bus. And it's one of those underrated games that's really good that should have gotten its sequel because it ends on a cliffhanger. It's other games. It's like other games that I like Advent Rising, which I will record for this channel at some point if you actually like that game. But I liked it. I'm not gonna say when I say you actually like that game. Like I like the game, but something like Advent Rising, that game was underrated as well, and that ended on a cliffhanger. It was supposedly that was going to be a trilogy, and that game just ends. Like it ends, and it should have been a lot more. It was a really fun third-person action game. But alas, I can't, I can't do anything unless a fan of the game decides I'm just gonna, like, make the second Advent Rising game. Either way, that was Mute. He's just gonna try to use magic on your walls. He acts just like the normal magician clockworks. But you betrayed everyone. You could have just accepted your fate and just come back. Honestly, I don't understand. One thing I don't understand about Tobias, Jacob, Agony is what was his motivation for leaving the entire thing and just letting himself be lost into the. Okay, then why did you even start it? But why is it that he left? I don't understand his reasoning, and I've looked at it and I still don't understand. What was his purpose of leaving the entire area and just letting everyone think he was dead, and then beginning to make robots that he had to kill? He already killed a bunch of them, and then he goes and makes them again to try and prove something to everyone. Taking up the ideals of the man that killed so many of your friends and family members and everything and destroyed people's homes. It doesn't make sense. His reasoning is not even there. It's non-existent. And nothing you could really say would really prove it to me as though, as though he was actually right. He's not. Because when you take up the ideals of a madman, it's like someone taking up Hitler's ideals and then making new Nazis, and then, like, turning Germany into a new area for the Nazis. Hitler was already kind of a madman, and so you take the ideas of a madman all because he entrusted you with his child? Come on, that's not funny. Nor is that fair to everyone else. Meanwhile, in another dimension, and kind of in the past. Because you do. Shut up. Get over it. What the hell? Uh-oh. That's not... But don't turn this into hentai. Either way, we'll see you all next time in Lost Quest. We're gonna have to make our way back to Antonia for the final confrontation. Bye.